What if you could take another trip beyond the stars, going even deeper into the mysteries of the universe? We can think of it like this. Interstellar 2 is here, taking us on a journey that pushes the limits of both science and emotion even further, exploring new worlds and uncovering more secrets of the cosmos, all while experiencing a story that hits you right in the feels. Wouldn't that be something? Part of what made Interstellar so impactful was how it closed its story on a note of both closure and possibility. Murph's survival and the salvation of humanity provided a satisfying conclusion, while Cooper's final mission hints at a new adventures without explicitly needing to explore them. This kind of ending is classic Nolan. It's one of those endings that feels complete, yet open-ended enough for fans to ponder what might happen next. Ever since Interstellar was released, fans have been buzzing with speculation and hope for a follow-up. The film's complex universe and the unanswered questions it leaves behind have fueled endless discussions online. Fans have speculated about what could happen if Nolan ever decided to revisit the story. Would Cooper and Brand find a new habitable planet? How would humanity rebuild after the events of the first film? The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. What's particularly interesting is how creative fans have gotten with their theories and concept ideas for Interstellar 2. Some envision Cooper and Brand facing new, even more daunting challenges as they search for a new home for humanity, and much more. These fan creations are a testament to the lasting impact Interstellar had on the passion it continues to inspire. Even though a sequel seems unlikely, these fan theories and concept videos keep the spirit of Interstellar alive. However, imagining Interstellar 2 through the eyes of both Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan opens up a world of possibilities, each with its unique twist on the epic story we know and love. But before we dive deeper, please hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on our latest videos. One small click for you, but a huge deal for us. Thanks! In this video, we'll dive deeper into the Interstellar 2 concept storylines. But first, let's recap why fans want a sequel. What really made Interstellar special is how it mixed the complex science of space travel with deep human emotions. The connection between Cooper and his daughter Murph is the heart of the movie. Her love for him and his promise to come back home are what drive the story, even when everything seems impossible.
So I'd been hearing about Interstellar for years while he was working on it with Kip Thorne, who's our executive producer, and his great theories about wormholes and black holes and all the work he's done along those lines. And so I always loved science fiction.
And get this, here's an interesting twist about how Christopher Nolan ended up directing Interstellar in the first place. Originally, it wasn't even supposed to be his movie. Steven Spielberg was actually set to direct it. The whole project started with this cool idea from a theoretical physicist, Kip Thorne, and producer Linda Obst. They wanted to make a sci-fi movie that was grounded in real science, especially focusing on wormholes and black holes. Spielberg was really into the idea and was all set to bring it to the big screen. But then, things got a little complicated. Spielberg decided to move his production company DreamWorks from Paramount to Disney, and the movie left Interstellar without a director. That's when Christopher Nolan stepped in and took the reins, turning it into the epic film we know today.
Stephen Frears once very kindly told me that the best advice he had for me was to get myself a script and hang on to it, and insist on directing it. And I think that was certainly the best advice I ever had. So I would simply pass that on. Get yourself a story you really want to tell and stick to it.
His brother Jonathan Nolan had been working on the script, and when the director's chair became vacant, Jonathan called up his brother. Christopher Nolan was already known for his cerebral and visual stunning films. He reworked the script, infusing it with his signature style, complex narratives, emotional depth, and a focus on the father-daughter relationship.
I like being able to, I'm a very conservative director. I have a lot of sort of ambition about my predecessors.
But let's think for a moment what Interstellar could have been if Spielberg had stayed on board. Spielberg's version would have been quite different. For one, the protagonist Cooper wouldn't have been an ex-NASA pilot, but rather a savvy engineer. And Murph would have been a boy, not a girl. Spielberg's film would have opened with a neutron star being devoured by a black hole, setting off a series of gravitational waves that eventually led to the discovery of a wormhole. The narrative would have been more straightforward, likely with Spielberg's trademark sentimentality and a focus on humanity's triumph over adversity. Interstellar wasn't just another sci-fi movie, it was a phenomenon. From the moment it hit theaters, it captured the imagination of audiences worldwide and made a significant mark both commercially and critically. When we talk about the numbers it made, Interstellar was a box office powerhouse. It grossed over $677 million globally, which is no small feat for a film that isn't part of an established franchise. The combination of Christopher Nolan's reputation, the stellar cast led by Matthew McConaughey, and the promise of mind-blowing visuals ensured the audiences flocked to see it on the big screen. Critically, Interstellar received widespread acclaim, though it wasn't without its detractors. The film was praised for its ambition, its visual effects, and its emotional depth. However, some critics pointed out that the film's plot was convoluted, and a few found the emotional beats a bit forced. Despite these criticisms, the overall reception was positive, and Interstellar earned several awards and nominations.
Pretty much everything my brother and I do, whether we're working on it together or not, we tend to bounce things off each other. So I'd been hearing about Interstellar for years while he was working on it with Kip Thorne, who's our executive producer, and his great theories about wormholes and black holes.
But the success of Interstellar goes beyond just box office numbers and critical reviews. It's the cultural impact that truly sets it apart. The film has become a touchstone in modern sci-fi cinema, influencing how filmmakers approach the genre. One of the key reasons for this is its commitment to scientific accuracy. Nolan worked closely with physicist Kip Thorne to ensure that the portrayal of black holes, wormholes, and time dilation was as accurate as possible. This collaboration resulted in one of the most scientifically grounded depictions of space travel ever seen on screen.
There's a lot of science in the film, but I always try to make the audience understand, that there's emotional clarity to things, that you can follow the story emotionally. There's no test on the film afterwards. Feel free to be relieved at this point. It really is about just going through the experience with the characters, and if you can just relax and enjoy that ride, you'll get everything out of it you need to.
Beyond its scientific achievements, Interstellar resonated with audiences on a deeply emotional level. The film's exploration of the bond between parent and child, the sacrifices we make for the ones we love, and the enduring human spirit struck a chord with viewers. This emotional depth is what has helped Interstellar stand the test of time. Even years after its release, people are still discussing its themes, analyzing its plot, and debating its ending. Moving on to the burning question that's been on the minds of many fans since Interstellar first wowed us: will there ever be a sequel? As much as we'd love to see Interstellar 2 grace the big screen, the chances of it happening seem pretty slim, and there are a few good reasons why.
Without spoiling the ending, what do I want to see in the sequel?
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible to answer. You have to build off the previous one.
Yeah, I guess, but...
Can't this one be enough? Can't we stay here? Can't we be in the here and the now?
I just want more. I want more.
Go see it again. It's a film. You can do that. But I agree with you. I want more too.
First and foremost, Christopher Nolan, the mastermind behind Interstellar, has not announced any plans for a sequel. Nolan is known for being pretty selective about the projects he takes on, and he's never been one to jump into sequels just for the sake of continuing a successful franchise. The film wraps up its narrative with a conclusive ending, Cooper's emotional reunion with his daughter Murph, and his decision to embark on a journey to find Bran. It's a bittersweet ending that leaves some room for imagination, but doesn't necessarily scream for a continuation.
I'm still wrestling with this enormous beast and dancing with it and enjoying it. But I have no idea. It is teed up, though, for a possibility for life to carry on and adventures to carry on.
But let's dig deeper into the Interstellar 2 concept plots. What if Spielberg was still in charge? He's known for his ability to capture human emotion and wonder. Thus, he would likely have taken the sequel in a direction that's both grand in scope and deeply personal. In Spielberg's version, the focus might shift toward the aftermath of humanity's first steps into the new galaxy. We could see humanity facing off against new alien life forms. Spielberg might also get into the concept of time travel more explicitly. Imagine a plot where Cooper and his team discovered that the wormholes are not just passageways through space, but also through time. This could lead to an intense narrative where decisions made in the past ripple through to the present and future. Spielberg's sequel would probably explore these high-stakes scenarios with a focus on the human element, showing how ordinary people rise to extraordinary challenges. On the other hand, if Nolan were to direct Interstellar 2, we'd be in for a mind-bending journey that challenges our understanding of space, time, and human existence. Nolan's sequel could pick up right where we left off, with Cooper setting out to find Bran on the potential habitable planet. But as we know with Nolan, things wouldn't be straightforward. The sequel could explore the complexities of time dilation even further, perhaps with Cooper and Bran aging at different rates, or being separated by dimensions, not just distances. Nolan might also expand on the idea of new planets and dimensions. Imagine Cooper and Bran encountering planets that defy the laws of physics as we know them, worlds where gravity shifts unpredictably or where time loops in on itself. These challenges would not just be physical, but moral as well. Nolan's Interstellar 2 would likely delve into these questions, offering no easy answers, but plenty of food for thought.
Well, I mean, I'm a father myself of 4 children, and I really sparked to that relationship in my brother's original script. I really loved the paradox, the tension that's there that we all relate.
But beyond the plot twists and scientific puzzles, both versions of Interstellar 2 would likely get deeper into the emotional and scientific themes that made the first film so memorable. We might see Cooper's love for his daughter Murph, pushing him to the very edge of the universe, or Bran's dedication to finding a new home for humanity. Scientifically, the sequel could take us further into the mysteries of black holes, wormholes, and interdimensional travel. What if we discover that black holes are not just destructive forces, but gateways to new universes? These ideas would push the boundaries of our understanding and provide a backdrop for the characters' emotional journeys. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This video was made by movie fans for movie fans.